so around 15 years. And Mikkeller started as, he was a high school teacher and a home brewer, and in Denmark, and he started home brewing and entering competitions and winning many of them, and exploring how to make clone beers, which is trying to create a beer that is well known or famous, or a beer that you like, and which is a popular pastime for home brewers, to create a clone brew. And apparently he was very good at it, and eventually got financing, but he didn't have a brewery. What he was what's called a gypsy brewer, and that means going out to other people's breweries and working with them, doing collaborations. So for several years he did that, traveling around the world, making collaboration beers, and so many one-offs and experimental beers, really kind of unusual. In fact, so many beers on Rate Beer. There are 1,396 separate beers. On Untapped, 3,786 beers, and I kind of wonder if there must be some duplicates in there. I don't know how many beers can one person make in just 15 years. But in any case, he did come to Japan once and brewed with a friend of mine. Kind of funny story, who was working at a rather famous Japanese brewery. And my friend was the brewer there, and he said he basically sketched out a recipe, handed it to him, and went into the office and watched football the rest of the day, and let my friend do the beer. So in any case, I'm not going to tell you which brewery it was, but he did that. But so many beers they made, and traveled around the world, and now he actually has breweries. They do have one in Copenhagen, one you may have heard of, called War Pigs, one in San Diego, New York, England, and I think they're starting one in LA as well. 50 Mikkeller locations around the world, including one in Japan, in Tokyo, 2 in Shanghai. So you can see where they've gone from home brewing and high school teacher home brewing to that. So and he became famous for his very unusual beers. Probably the first one that really got him notoriety was called Beer Geek Breakfast, and he made a stout with coffee that had been Vietnamese coffee that was I forget what it's called. What's the name of it? It's eaten by civets and then pooped out by civets and washed, and that process of going through the civet's body, the enzymes do something to the coffee. And in any case, and he's also famous for having an identical twin who they apparently don't get along very well. I'm not sure if that's just PR or not, but his twin is also a brewer and has identified himself. His company is Evil Twin. So in any case, interesting. A lot of their beers, I've had many of their beers, and some of them have been absolutely superb, and some are just why did you even do it? So in any case, 3 of their beers have come to Japan recently, and I'm going to take a look at all 3 of them in turn. So let's watch. Okay, so the first beer we're going to look at from Mikkeller is called Side Eyes. Let me show you that again here. This is an American Pale Ale. It's at 4.4% alcohol, and I don't know the IBUs on it at all. And it costs 380 yen at a local Yamaya store in Japan. And it has 122 ratings on Rate Beer, and the average is 3.35. 52 percentile for all beers on Rate Beer, and 55 percentile for its style, which is pale ale. And it on Untapped, 14,885 ratings, 3.51 out of 5. The first rating for this was July of 2019 on Rate Beer, so I assume that's when they started brewing. These cans, there are three we're going to look at, and they are 330 milliliter cans, not 350, which is pretty much the standard in Japan. So 380 yen, which is, I guess, I'd say maybe around US, maybe $3 or so, $3.10 or 20 cents, maybe. Okay, so Mikkeller has been one of the more unusual breweries, and we'll see how this is. A pale ale, an American pale ale from Mikkeller. Light hazy, sort of hazy, with a half finger of kind of frothy head. Not getting a lot in the nose. Some stone fruit maybe. Something slightly minty perhaps. Maybe grapes. This can't be out of date, can it? No, it's not out of date at all. It's good until August. So, something seriously not quite great about this beer. It has some light fruitiness, and it goes to a kind of grain, which is the main note throughout. Very light, kind of overripe fruitiness, and that's basically it. Interesting. 3.51 on Untapped. I don't know if I'd give it that. Again, I'm not sure if this was kept in good condition or not. It was on the shelf it was on that I bought it off was not chilled, so in any case, I think I'd probably give it closer to 3.3, which is the Rate Beer rating. Basically some mild stone fruit, very minimal hopping, and not very satisfying, unfortunately. Well, again, this is called Side Eyes by Mikkeller, and this was brewed at De Proof Brewery in Belgium and exported to Japan. So you may see this if you look around in Yamaya stores in Japan, you'll probably find it. Give it a go. I don't know if I could recommend this terribly highly, but you might want to try it. Okay, that's it for today. We're going to look at two more beers from Mikkeller, and I hope you have time to watch those as well. Bye-bye.